It is good to share with you again. As of this past Wednesday, we begin the season of Lent. Lent is a period of 6 weeks, or 40 days, where we actively prepare ourselves for God's revealing. It is related to Jesus being tempted for 40 days in the wilderness, a time where his spirit is challenged. It is in this period that it is revealed to us just how much we need God and how God is the most important ingredient for our survival, strength, and growth. Yes, we need bread to live on, but we are also reminded that human beings do not live by bread alone. We need the counsel and guide of God for our life's journey. As we prepare ourselves for the celebration of Easter during this Lenten season, we will explore 2 scriptures as our overarching theme for Lent. The first is found in Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28 through 31, and it says, "Have you not known, have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint, and to him who has no might, he increases strength. Even youth shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted. But they who wait for the Lord will renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." The second scripture is from 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 through 10, and it says, "But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, and calamities, for when I am weak, then I am strong." Now these 2 scriptures are set forth for you to ponder and to meditate on over these next 6 weeks. Do you not know? Have you not heard that the Lord is everlasting? Though we grow weary and faint from exhaustion and trying, the Lord does not. God is our strength as well as our Redeemer. Even the young can grow weary and fall from exhaustion. But those of us who rely on the Lord find a strength and passion that does not come from us, but through us. And as the scripture in Isaiah states, we shall be able to mount up with wings like eagles. We shall run and not be weary. We shall walk and not faint. Think of the many times this has been the case in your life. Think of the many examples in which you found a strength and a renewing with which to run on. Or as Paul writes in 2 Corinthians, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." We often find ourselves weary. We find ourselves weak, and we are ready often to give up and give in. But we're reminded that what God has for us is sufficient for our living, sufficient for our life's journey. Paul even declares that he is content with weaknesses, the insults of life, even the hardships, whatever persecutions or calamities, for he is able to face them all, and greater yet, overcome them all, but not by his own power, intellect, or might, but by a power that flows through him, that is given to him by God. He sums it up by saying, for when I am weak, I am strong." During this Lent, let us reflect on how God has sustained us, nurtured, and blessed us, and in the ways in which God demonstrates God's love for us. Explore your spiritual relationship with God during this time of preparation. Now, to help us in this exploration of our spiritual relationship, here at Plymouth Congregational United Church of Christ, we are inviting all of you to participate with us in our Lenten study series that will take place every Thursday evening over the next 6 weeks. Our theme is, "Lord, help me to hold out." And these scriptures will be explored by different preachers every Thursday evening, with a supper taking place here at the church at 6 p.m., followed by devotional and teaching and preaching commencing at 7 p.m. in the chapel. Come by and join us. Then, as an added feature during this time of Lent, on March 10th, 11th, and 12th, we will have our Lenten revival as part of our preparation for Resurrection Sunday. And the Reverend Jeremiah A. Wright, Jr., Pastor Emeritus of Trinity United Church of Christ in Chicago, Illinois, will be teaching and preaching over these next 3 nights. Come and join us March 10th, 11th, and 12th, when the Reverend Dr. Jeremiah A. Wright, Jr., Pastor Emeritus of Trinity United Church of Christ in Chicago, will be our revival preacher. It's a time to grow. It's a time to develop. It's a time to be renewed. This will be a powerful time for your own spiritual growth and development, and I would not want for you to miss it. Remember, every Thursday evening during Lent, supper at 6 p.m., and then preaching and teaching at 7 p.m. And then the Reverend Dr. Jeremiah A. Wright, Jr. will lead us for 3 nights on March 10th, March 11th, and March 12th at 7 p.m. here at Plymouth Congregational United Church of Christ, 5301 North Capitol Street, Northeast, Washington, D.C. I look forward to seeing you here. And in the meantime, God bless you as you explore your very own special relationship with God. Let this be a Lenten season of growth and development. God bless you.